Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Hey, Tim. Doing good. We're going to do our checklist and get the airplane ready to go so we can take off.
Okay.
Get on the computer and see how much we weigh and how much we need to put in for thrust there. So.
Okay. Where's the computer?
Right over there, yeah.
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, not that one. Did you read your book before you came? Your How to Take Off book?
I read a couple books.
Okay. That's good. Now we're going to get our flaps. What flaps are we going to use?
What's a flap?
Is this your first takeoff in a while?
No.
Right.
What does this do here?
No, don't do that one. Don't do that one.
Oh, that says fuel.
No. That's the extent.
I think.
There you go.
Okay.
Left, right. And we're going to pick the rudder pedals.
Okay.
Rudder pedals left and right.
30%?
No.
There
That's
we
not
go.
it over there.
That's not the
down
trim?
over here.
That's the trim.
Yeah.
This is the trim.
Oh, yeah. You need to go back to read your... what book was that again? So once we got the trim set, we got the thrust set, we got the engines going, we got our flaps out, and we know how much we weigh.
That's a lot to remember, dude.
And you pretty much can just, and then we got to make sure we know what speed we're going to pull back on.
Why don't you take off and I'll just watch?
I think you should take off. It'd be more fun. The passengers would get a kick out of that.
There's the van. Uh-oh. Unlock. How you doing?
Good, Tim. Thanks for having me on, man. This is awesome.
You betcha. It's kind of a tiny car for someone of your stature.
Yeah, of my stature. Yeah, I wish should have played in the NBA, but that didn't work out too much.
All right, welcome back to 5 Minute Drive. We are hanging out today with a super special guest. I can say that.
Sure.
Alberto Diaz.
Thank you.
Alberto is I'm actually going to try to say everything that is you in one sentence.
Okay, that's
with a few dots. So, refugee from Cuba as a kid.
Right.
I mean, really young, right?
5 years old.
5 years old.
Yep.
And then cut to naval pilot.
Yep. Naval pilot, naval aviator. Exactly.
A little bit of stuff in between we can get into, and then now you are a pilot for United Airlines.
United Airlines, that's right.
For how long?
19 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you have racked up a few miles.
A few miles, yeah. I just got back from flying about 8 days out of the last 9 days.
You get to fly free now. It's one of the most difficult airports to fly into. Most challenging.
You know what? We were just in Mexico City, and that one's pretty challenging because it's 7,300 feet above sea level. So
how does that make it difficult?
So you need more air molecules over the wings to come in. Plus there's mountains and volcanoes all around, and you don't understand the controllers.
So you got flaming rocks that are passing in front of you. That makes for a challenge. I would suppose that's kind of difficult.
That would be tough.
You don't want to land on lava. You grew up in Cuba for 5 years,
Right.
Do you remember that? Being 5
Briefly,
years old?
briefly. I do remember, it was really pretty wild getting out of Cuba.
You didn't swim over, right?
No, back then we could come over on an airplane, so we came over on a DC-3.
Okay.
I remember, and that last night, they strip searched my parents. We were out at this little airport called Varadero. It's on the beach there on the northern side of Cuba, and we had to sleep on these benches.
No wonder you can't, they don't have happy visitors. But what is it about flying? Why, what's it about flying for you that you love so much?
Well, there's a sense of freedom up there. It's obviously the views are great, but it's a challenging job. Every flight's a little bit different. And just the freedom of getting up there and kind of defying gravity, defying nature for a while.
So you normally fly just
right now, just domestic, and then we do a little Canada on the I'm on the Airbus 320, so we go down to Mexico City, we go down to Guadalajara, Leon, Mexico, spots like that, Cabo.
What's your schedule like? How does that work?
Well, we're doing a lot of 4-day trips, and I just got back from almost back-to-back 4 days. So 8 of the last 9 days I was on the road, so I'm a little bit beat up right now.
Yeah, I mean,
but we
you get to sleep though. I mean, it's not like you fly straight.
Yeah, you fly a couple legs, you go lay over somewhere. So we go to New York or Houston or somewhere, and then they put you up in a hotel, give you some money for food. And
you don't like have families in every city, right?
No, you could probably do that.
There's something heroic about people that do these kinds of jobs. At least I consider that.
Yeah.
A lot of people put their lives in your hands,
right? And
we trust that you're going to get us there.
Yeah, and you are cognizant of that, and you want to make sure that you're not not ruining that trust in any way, right?
Yeah.
So you make sure you're getting rest and that you're ready to go.
Is there always an air marshal on the plane?
No.
So the whole movie with Liam Neeson is baloney.
I didn't see that movie, but.
What was it like to be a naval pilot? And to fly those kinds of planes?
It was
F-18?
awesome. Yeah, F-18s. Yeah, I was lucky to fly the F-18. I mean, sometimes you go and you get into the jet pipeline, so you have to have certain grades as you're flying the intermediate airplanes to get to jets, right?
Right.
But then even after you get to jets and you get your wings, there's no guarantee that you're going to fly the F-18. So I was very lucky to get the F-18.
And that's what you wanted to fly.
I wanted to fly 14s. I wanted to fly F-14s. I didn't get those, and then I ended up in the F-18, which was a blessing. I mean, I liked it. It was such a great airplane. There's actually some training that you do too. They'll send you to a centrifuge. Put you in a centrifuge. Those astronaut little trainers,
Yeah.
Don't they wind that thing up?
They call that the barf machine?
That could be the barf machine. It could be.
What do you think about this car?
This is pretty awesome. I love BMWs for one thing, and I love wagons actually. This is pretty cool.
This is the 2014 3Series Sportwagon with the M package. It gets about 33 miles per gallon.
Wow.
Costs about 42 grand.
Yeah.
And it's about 241. You know what it took to actually get you in frame on this?
Did it take a lot?
Yeah. We had to modify the seats.
Yeah. What are those guys called? The guys on set that do all that stuff? The grips or the what are the guys?
Those guys are the guys that modify seats.
They help the camera guys, don't they? They set everything.
Is there anyone that can do this? That's what those guys are called. Daughters. How can you do that?
I actually have 3 daughters. I have a 23-year-old daughter, so it's in law school. Yeah,
that's right.
I want to go to 3 weddings here, and I have to make I better work on my speeches. I used to love Portland, Oregon a lot. Those layovers in the summertime there were really fun.
Yeah. So they don't let you smoke pot while you fly.
No, you can't smoke pot.
Just asking.
It's one of the downsides of the job.
Yeah.
Most things you can pretty much, if you work hard at something, you're going to get to it, right?
Yeah, sure.
But to be in the NBA. Or to sing or be the next Tom Cruise. I mean, not everybody gets to do that, right? No matter how hard you work at that.
Yeah,
so I played a little college basketball.
So you wanted to do that, though.
That's what I want to do. If you ask me right now, what would you want to be doing? And whenever I see somebody playing in the NBA, I go, that's what I want to be doing.
I find it interesting that there's a commonality between being in the NBA or wanting to be a basketball player and constantly jumping up into the air and being a pilot.
There you go.
Well, that's pretty good. 52 is not old, dude.
It's not old.
Just throwing that out there, man. That's only halfway to 100, and I know several centenarians. So, what are you talking about? You're a kid. Just walk into the three-point line.
Right. Commercial for United Airlines, which was kind of cool.
I heard about that.
Yeah, we did the.
Someone at the gym told me, "Oh yeah, that guy's famous. I just saw him on a commercial."
You know what? Flying in the military was probably obviously a lot more dangerous than we do here at the airline.
Yeah, because you got guys shooting at you.
This is out on the other side of Mount Whitney, out there dogfighting. And the long story short is just that this other airplane came within about 50 feet of hitting me. So basically, it was my wingman, and we were both trying to launch missiles on this one guy, and he was like this, so it's kind of talking my hands now, it's the fighter pilot thing. So I was here, he was here, and basically he never saw me because his belly's up like this, right?
Oh yeah.
So and he's trying to go to the same target I'm trying to go to, and I don't see him because I'm trying to go to that one target too, right? And out of the periphery, this is what helps to be young and have good eyes. Out of my periphery, I see this shape coming in, And at the last minute, I turn and I see this platform airplane coming in. I pull the nose up, and he goes right underneath my wing, man. It would have been 2 kills right there. Well, one time, an F-14 came down, and we gave him a wave off, and he pitched the nose off. He pitched the nose up too high, and the hook caught one of the arresting cables while he was still airborne. And it grabbed him. He was in full afterburner. It grabbed him, and it just slammed him on the deck. Unbelievable. I mean, everything held together. The cables. The cable stopped him, and he's landed safely, but the back of the airplane was trashed. This guy turns left. The car turns left right in front of me. I thought for sure I'm going to T-bone this guy. Yeah. I stomp on those brakes. He yanked the steering wheel to the right, and we just do one of these, whoop, and he goes inches, passes right behind me, and never hit.
Nice.
I don't know. This isn't a BMW per se commercial, but I mean that was a pretty good testimony how those cars can turn.
Accident avoidance system.
Yeah, fighter pilot reflexes maybe.